Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our 2018 Houston Community College candidates for graduation. Good morning. Welcome to the 2018 Houston Community College Commencement Ceremony. Students, please be seated. I am Muhammad Las, President of the HEC Faculty Association and Senate. I am very pleased to be here this morning. Every one of you should have a commencement program. Please take a look at the front page. It has a very special touch that is close to home. HEC student Juan Corzo designed the beautiful artwork. Today's ceremony will be streamed live on the HCC website, hcc.edu/livestream. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Out of respect for the occasion, we ask that all cell phone and electronic devices be silenced for the duration of the program. Thank you. Helping us today are sign language interpreters, Z. Broussard and Kelly Kurdi. Please stand and give your attention to the HEC Police Honor Guard, who will present our color for our nation and state. At this time, I would like to introduce Glory Tommy John, President Phi Theta Kappa Omega Sigma Chapter. Glory attends HEC Honors College, Northwest College Spring Branch. Upon graduation, she plans to transfer to a four-year university to obtain a bachelor's degree and then move on to a medical school. Her dream is to become an oncologist. Glory will recite the Pledge of Allegiance and the pledge to the Texas flag. Ladies and gentlemen, Glory Tommy John.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Glory. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephanie Jones will lead us on our national anthems. Ms. Jones attended HCC Northwest College Spring Branch campus, where she studied music. She intends to continue her education. Please join me in welcoming Stephanie Jones to the stage.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Gloria and Stephanie. You may be seated. Before we move on to the program, I would like to take this opportunity and say Happy Mother's Day to every single mom in this stadium and every single mom who's watching. Candidates, make sure, if you can, hug your mom after your graduation and tell her thank you. And now, please join me in welcoming our Chancellor, Dr. Cesar Maldonado.
Thank you and good morning. Thank you, Mohammed. Welcome to all of you to today's ceremonies. Now, this is my favorite day of the entire school year because it's about the students. Today is both a beginning and an end, and it's a time to celebrate what is behind you and look with anticipation to what's ahead. I'm sure each of you feels a mix of emotions. There's a relief that you've made it to today, and there is likely some uncertainty about your future. Now, to help you deal with that uncertainty, I want to pass along 3 tips that I believe will help you with your journey through life. 3 simple things: have something to do, have someone to love, and have something to hope for. When it comes to having something to do, choose to play to your strengths and find your passion. When you love what you do, you'll be the best at it, and it won't seem like work at all. Be sure to have someone to love, be it family, a brother, a sister, parents, friends, or a partner. With love in your life, you will never be alone. You will feel a sense of belonging, and you'll have a support system to celebrate your victories and someone to help you through the challenges that come with life. It's all about relationships, so make sure that you give as much as you take. Lastly, have hope. Hope allows us to see our possibilities beyond our current situation. It is what motivates us to keep pushing forward, to choose to work hard, to choose to be a lifelong learner, and to choose greatness beyond success. That greatness comes through helping others and having hope. Do not let anyone or anything take that hope from you. There is far more to life than getting that dream job and a big paycheck. That is success. When you move to greatness, you move to a life of helping others. It's more than just yourself. Sure, today's about you, and we're going to celebrate that. But as you move forward, keep in mind of helping others and moving toward that greatness. And HCC has provided you a firm foundation for what comes next. I know that the potential lies within each of you. That is why, finally, my hope for you is greatness. Today is also an emotional event for you and your family. Those that have supported you have been by your side every step of the way. And they are bursting with pride, just as we are, maybe even shedding a few tears today about how far you've come. I know each of you will offer a personal thanks to those of you who have been part of your support system. But let's all together join in showing our collective appreciation with a round of applause. Thank you. And of course, I could not mention the quality of the programs at HCC without mentioning the faculty members who are joining us here today. HCC has some of the finest professors of higher education in the state and in the country, and I want to recognize them now. Will faculty please stand? Thank you. Please be seated. With us are also the members of our distinguished ACC leadership teams. As I recognize those members of my team individually, please stand for a moment so that the audience may see you and then be seated. The presidents of HCC's colleges are Dr. Mudasir Siddiqui, HCC Central College, Dr. Philip Nicotera, President of HCC Coleman College, Dr. Destry Dokes, Interim President of HCC Northeast College, Dr. Zachary Hodges, President of HCC Northwest College, Dr. Melissa Gonzalez, Interim President of HCC Southeast College, Dr. Madeline Barillo Hopkins, President of HCC Southwest College, Dr. Margaret Ford Fisher, President of HCC Online College. Thank you. I want to continue with some introductions of the members of my executive cabinet. Those that are here today are Dr. Athos Brewer, Vice Chancellor of Student Success. Karen Hutchins, Interim Senior Vice Chancellor of Finance and Administration and Chief Financial Officer. Ashley Smith, General Counsel. Dr. Kurt Ewan, Vice Chancellor of Planning and Institutional Effectiveness. And Interim Vice Chancellor for Instructional Services and our Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Norma Perez. I also want to acknowledge the great work that's done by the HCC Faculty Association and Senate President Mohammed Tlass. Thank you for joining us this morning, and graduates are very proud of you. And I think it's appropriate that we have joining us today an elected official that serves for us in Washington, representing you and me, a proud and vigilant public servant, a champion of education for everyone. From the 18th District of Texas, please join me in welcoming Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee.
Very much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a glorious day. What a magnificent display of talent and genius. Chancellor Maldonado, thank you so very much for pointedly bragging and giving the definition to the Houston Community College and all that it represents as an asset of education in America. Thank you to the regents, our chairwoman, Carolyn Shabazz, and newly elected members. Thank you for your service as well, not just to Houston and Texas, but really to the nation. To our esteemed and honorable guest speaker who I've had a long tradition with, Dr. Bernard Harris, a pioneer on Earth and in space. And to our honorary degree recipients in Mr. Scott, who lives in the historic Sunnyside community and really has chased down anyone who would claim that Sunnyside is not a bright and energetic area of which he works so hard in. And our own favorite judge, Judge Zanetta Burney, receiving honorary degrees today. Give them all a very big hand. So I want a little noise in this place, and I think it is appropriate as we honor our mothers, because tomorrow is Mother's Day. We know that mothers are graduating, mothers are in the audience as family members. Let's just give on this glorious day, a day that some thought would never come. Let's give a shout out of jubilation and congratulations. Those of you in the audience, those of you who are supporters, and those of you who were anchors to get us all where we are today, let's just give a big shout out and a big applause. So my words are pointed and focused to all of you. I've come before and I've said that as you sit here today, understand that we too are America. And I think this graduating class is particularly historic in the backdrop of just almost a year ago. Hurricane Harvey brought its face of anger and rage. And I know there are those in the audience that may have lost everything or were displaced or were in a shelter or knew people who were. And for a moment, we might have had a pause and said, what more can happen to me? I am grateful that the values of this nation, putting aside whatever happens in Washington, whoever speaks words that are unkind, the values of this nation are reflected in all of you, and for all of those who were the Hurricane Harvey heroes, who stood up for us, who rescued us, who were kind to us, who gave us something. Many of you, you made it, you overcame. Let's shout out and say, we have overcome. And I'd offer to say to you, as you graduate in the backdrop of survival, be reminded of what the Houston Community College did for you in a discipline that you now can use, a move to a higher education, four-year college, or you can go into the workforce. And that is what I want to say, that as you take this dream and this opportunity, would you be reminded to be a servant leader, to be able to help someone who has not yet traveled the valley or ascended to the mountaintop? Would you be truth-sayers and tree shakers and change makers? And would you say again and again, no matter if you are immigrant or your family was immigrant, or whether or not you came and you are the first in your family to receive a degree, or you are ascending after military service, or after raising children, or after having a difficult time in your life, will you be reminded that you too are America, and you have the right of equality and the right to give back as a servant leader? That is my challenge for you. And in this 50th commemoration of the assassination of Dr. King, having worked as I did for the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, I never think of his death, I think of his life. And his life is more relevant today than it's ever been. And so as he spoke to a group of stalwarts as they began to march after Rosa Parks sat down in a Montgomery church, he said, if we are wrong, then the Constitution is wrong. If we are wrong, then justice is a lie. Tell yourselves and your family members that as you go forth to be servants, that the Constitution is not a lie. It is a wonderful document of equality, and that you deserve justice, and so you go forth to fight not only for justice for yourself, but you fight it for your neighbor and for this nation. To all of those who have served in the United States military, I give you honor. God bless all of you. Congratulations to the class that survived a 2018 Houston Community College graduating class. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. I indicated that Dr. Harris was my friend. I do not want to leave the podium, Dr. Harris, without presenting you with this congressional resolution. Would you come and accept this as a man who created his own space and continued on earth to try to pull everyone he met, to the mountaintop of science and math and understanding. Dr. Bernard Harris, MD, astronaut, history maker. Congratulations to you. Thank you, friend, for what you've done for the nation. Chancellor. Madam Chairwoman. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I now have the distinct pleasure of introducing the chair of the HCC Board of Trustees, Dr. Carolyn Evans-Shabazz, representing District 4.
Good morning. Thank you, Chancellor Maldonado. Thank you, Congresswoman. Thank you to our board services. They treat me so well. And when I run in, I tell them you all are treating me like Congresswoman Sheila Jackson-Lee. And I really appreciate that. That's a high honor. I also want to congratulate the family and friends of these graduates who joined our students on their journey to graduation day. Please take a moment and look around, graduates, to see the people who have come to support you. Never think that you got here on your own. All of you deserve this triumph of a job well done. I admire each of you for finishing what you started. You are early college, high school graduates, working parents, veterans, first-generation college students, and international students. But the description that suits you best is relentless. I know there are days when you wanted to stop, days when you were tired and just didn't want to work on that term paper, days when money was tight and you wondered how you would pay for your tuition, and days when you felt discouraged because graduation day was so far off. Some of those I feel as well, and so do others around you. But despite this, you kept going, and here you are with us today. We are so proud of you, and you should also be proud of yourselves. As Dr. Maldonado noted, this is just the beginning. Houston Community College was your training ground, a safe place to learn, to grow, and to succeed. Now it's time to go forth and show the world what you have become and what you have to offer. Please remember the Houston Community College in your travels. You are a part of our family, a part of our fiber, and please remember us when you tell your story. In preparing my remarks for today, I did a little research to find out what others have had to say when in this same position. The one quote that really had an impact on me was from poet Maya Angelou, who told the 1977 graduating class at University of California at Riverside, "I encourage you to live with life. Be courageous, adventurous. Give us a tomorrow more than we deserve. You are our tomorrow, our future. Be leaders, be lifelong learners. Mentor those following in your footsteps and relish in your achievements. And when you hit those potholes along life's highway, keep pushing forward. You must, because we are depending on you." I would like to now introduce my colleagues on the Board of Trustees. My fellow trustees attending today are Dr. Prieta Vanderbilt Stallworth, Vice Chair and Trustee for District 9. If you would stand. Trustee Robert Glazer, representing District 5. Thank you, sir. And Trustee Nita Sani, who represents District 7. thank you for being here today and for your service to the community and the Houston Community College. Again, congratulations, graduates. Hold your heads high with pride as you walk the stage and revel in your accomplishments. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Maldonado and Chair Evan Shabazz. Now, I would like to introduce the President of the United States Council, Yulisa Gutierrez. Yulisa will graduate with an associate degree in science. Her future plans include transferring to Texas A&M to pursue a four-year degree in industrial engineering. Her long-term goal is to start her own business. Yulisa, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Graduates, family members, staff, professors, students, familia. How many of us have dreamed of living this moment? Look around you. You are in the NRG Stadium, one of the finest stadiums in the country, and we're all waiting for the same moment to walk across the stage and say, "We did it. Lo hicimos." Going to college was not a cookie-cutter coming-of-age story like in the movies. As a naive, fresh out of high school know-it-all who recently moved from Colombia, I had no idea how the American college system worked. I had no friends, no point of references, and no idea what I was getting myself into. Initially, I only had my sisters and brother-in-law's support and guidance, but quickly gained friends, mentors, and professors who received me with open arms. I came to HCC only with the purpose of obtaining my associate's degree in science and to transfer to a four-year university with an industrial engineering degree. But in the process of these past 2 years, something changed. I want you all to remember your first day at HCC, how you felt, all those butterflies in your stomach, expectations, and first impressions. What have you learned since then? ¿Qué han aprendido? That it's never too late to attend school? That professors do understand when an inconvenience has risen in your personal life? Or maybe that procrastination is not the most viable strategy. I personally have grown to accept other points of view. Just living in Houston itself has expanded my knowledge about diverse groups of people, but being in the Honors College at Central Campus has magnified this lesson. Being amongst students from Cuba, Iraq, Nigeria, Brazil, India, Venezuela, Pakistan, Colombia, Sudan, Mexico, and the United Kingdom, all with different life experiences, customs, and points of view. We have had enlightening discussions about politics, religion, and, politics, religion, and worldwide events. It doesn't always go as smoothly as one might hope, but you learn from each other about culture, people, and that your opinion might sometimes be offensive to others. Yet, despite the differences, there's always more than we share than separates us. I have also learned that going to class and then going back home is not the way college life should take place. Instead, you should invest your time in sports, clubs, or volunteering. 2 years ago, I found myself slacking on the couch, watching 20 series on Netflix, and felt a lack of vocation. So I decided to join the HCC's volleyball team. During weekly training and games, I truly understood the art of being involved and being part of a community that holds your same interests. Also, my time in the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers has given me the opportunity to understand the importance of networking and putting yourself out there. In the time you spend with others, you build strong friendships, connections, and expose yourself. Now, look back and think about how you've grown as a student, professional, and citizen of the world. Who has encouraged you? Who has inspired you? ¿Quién te ha inspirado? But most importantly, who has supported you even when the odds were against you? Are names popping into your head? Names that are part of your success? Always remember them. Be grateful for them, and do not forget to thank them personally, because no one succeeds without the help of others. To my dear Honors College mentors, Dr. Cheryl Peters and Professor David Wilcox, and all the faculty in this building who have given their personal time, talents, and energy to their students. You have written countless recommendation letters, listened to us when in despair, and tolerated us when we said we're not capable of doing something. Collectively, I would like us all to thank our mentors, professors, families, friends, and those who have supported us. Please give them a round of applause. Without them, I would have given up a long time ago, rather than pursue my dreams. Thanks to my sister for always keeping me grounded, even when I did not want to be. Gracias a mi mamá y papá, who taught me that the impossible is always possible, and for giving me a better future than they will ever have. Sorry, I'm a crier. To my friends who made me laugh and sometimes made me cry, but always for the right reasons. I want to thank Chancellor Maldonado, who I got to know through our travels to France over spring break with the Honors College. I enjoyed talking about Texas A&M, engineering, and getting to know your positive perspective in life. On behalf of all students, thank you for your leadership here at HCC. Our thanks also to the HCC Board of Trustees, who have devoted so many hours in the governance of this world-class institution we call Houston Community College. So, dear graduates, as this chapter of our life closes, another one opens. Buckle up, because this is just the beginning of a lifetime of transitions, decisions, and change. As the late Senator Robert F. Kennedy once said, "The future is not a gift, it's an achievement." In other words, we're here because we deserve it, because we put efforts into our education to further our life's goals. We are here for our family, but most importantly, we're here for ourselves, because in the end, if we do not take action in our lives, no one will do it for us. And you, dear graduates, have lived this. You are the future, and the future is not a gift, it's an achievement.
Thank you, Ulisa. Thank you. Now it is my honor to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Bernard A. Harris, Jr., as a former NASA astronaut and president of the Houston-based Harris Foundation. He holds a Bachelor of Science in Biology from the University of Houston, a Master of Medical Science from the University of Texas Medical Branch at Galveston, a Master of Business Administration from the University of Houston, Clear Lake, and a Doctorate of Medicine, MD, from Texas Tech University School of Medicine. As payload commander on the first joint Russian-American space shuttle flight in 1995, Dr. Harris became the first African American to walk in space. A veteran astronaut, that's right, first African American, yes. A veteran astronaut for over 19 years, he logged more than 438 hours and traveled over 7.2 million miles in space. Sounds like me driving around Houston. Currently, Dr. Harris chairs the National Math and Science Initiative and serves on the boards of the Houston Angel Network, Medical Informatics, Technology and Applications Center, and the National Space Biomedical Research Institute, Board of Scientific Counselors. Dr. Harris is currently Chief Executive Officer and Managing Partner of Vesalius Ventures Incorporated, a venture capital firm that invests in early to mid-stage healthcare technologies and companies. He is also the founder of the Harris Foundation, a nonprofit organization that supports math, science, education, and crime prevention programs for America's youth. Dr. Harris is the recipient of numerous awards, including honorary doctorates from Stony Brook University, Morehouse College School of Medicine, my brother's school, New Jersey Institute of Technology, and the University of Hartford, as well as the NASA Spaceflight Medal, a NASA Award of Merit, a Fellow of the American College of Physicians, and the 2000 Horatio Alger Award. Dr. Harris believes that education and effort will allow anyone to meet any challenge in life. Please help me to give a warm welcome to Dr. Bernard Harris.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shabazz. I really appreciate that introduction. I'm glad you cut it short. There were a few more things I wanted you to mention that you didn't mention, but I'll get to that during my speech today. Chancellor Maldonado, thank you for the invitation, and also the Board of Regents, and certainly my friend, who needs no introduction, Congressman Sheila Jackson-Lee. Thank you for that surprise certificate of recognition. I really, really do appreciate it. To the graduates, congratulations to each and every one of you. To the parents, congratulations to you. There you go. To the families, congratulations to you. And to the friends that are here, congratulations to you for being here and supporting these wonderful graduates. I think it's over 1,200 or 1,500 of you here. And this is, of course, HCC is one of the largest community colleges in the country, but certainly has made a tremendous impact here in this community. So when I'm asked to give graduation speeches, I always have to reflect back to my original graduations from the University of Houston many, 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 many years ago. And I asked that question, who was my graduation speaker? And for the life of me, I could not remember who my graduation speaker was. And then I reflect back to when I got my medical degree, and again, who was my graduation speaker? And I didn't remember who my graduation speaker was neither. And so, and if you look at my bio, you see I have a lot of degrees from different universities, and I don't remember any of those graduate speeches. So the first thing we're going to do is I want to make sure that you remember who I am. Okay, you guys ready? So it is Bernard Harris. Anyway, just a joke there. And why didn't I remember? I didn't remember because I do remember that those graduation speeches were extremely long, and I wanted them to get over with because, you know, I want to get to getting my degree and moving on. So I'm going to be very short. But I do have three messages that I want to deliver. And the first message is about what do I feel about you? And I want to share that with you. The second is I want to share my experience as both, but particularly experience as a physician and as a business person, but particularly as an astronaut, because wherever I go, people want to know what's it like to travel in space. And lastly, I would not be remiss if I did not want to share with you my view of the future that you're about to step into. And so let me start with the first thing first. What do I feel about you? And first of all, right off the bat, I have to tell you that I am very proud of each and every one of you. And why is that? Because when you're here in a community college, you come from various backgrounds. Some of you are not only students, but some of you are parents. Some of you are mothers and fathers. Some of you have been in the workplace and decided to come back to get your degree. Some of you are kind of what we call traditional, just coming out of high school, and now this is your first step toward education. And some of you are just returning back to school, maybe started and then didn't finish that degree, and now you're back here. And that takes courage. to do what you have done. You had the courage, that successful courage to be here today. That's what brought you here today, and that's why I'm so proud of you. So I know that not only am I proud of you, but your families are proud of you, your children are proud of you, your parents are proud of you, and you should be proud of what you accomplished today. So give yourselves a hand, everyone. Each of you have your own stories. I have my own story, and in many ways I think that my story is, and I should back up and say that the things that it took to develop my story is probably a little easier than your story because of all the things that I just mentioned. But nevertheless, my story began when I was 13 years old watching the space program and deciding that I wanted to be an astronaut. Now, this was in the 60s, and so for a young African-American boy to look at what was happening in the space program and decide that he wanted to follow in the footsteps of John Glenn and the like was somewhat of a leap of faith. But nevertheless, I chose to do that. And that led me, of course, to all the education and things that you heard Dr. Shabazz talk about. And eventually, it led me to NASA and that wonderful experience of blasting off in space. Now, when I talk about my life as an astronaut, I get 3 questions normally. And they usually go like this: Dr. Harris, you've been in space. What was it like to travel in space? The second question I get is, Dr. Harris, you've been up there. Have you seen any aliens? And in fact, while we were waiting to come here, that was a question that I got a couple of times in the green room before coming out. And I have to tell you that I have not seen any aliens in space, but I have flown with some guys and gals that are pretty strange. I would consider them to be alien from that standpoint. And then the last question, no matter whether it is a 5-year-old or a 65-year-old, is this question: how do you go to the bathroom in space? And I don't know what it is about that people want to know. But of course, I'm not going to share that with you today. But what I will share with you is that experience of blasting off in space. Now, many people know that we fly the shuttle, at least that was the mission, the spaceship that I flew on, the space shuttle. I flew on 2 of them, Columbia and Discovery. And those vehicles, you may not know, weigh about 5 million pounds. In order to get those 5 million pounds in the air, we have to light 5 engines that produce a thrust of 7.5 million pounds. And I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that you're leaving this planet in a hurry when that happens. So what do I mean by that? Within 1 minute of liftoff, we're already at an altitude of 100,000 feet above the ground. And at that point, we're above the atmosphere, so there's hardly anything around us. And if I could roll down the window of the shuttle and stick my hand out, I wouldn't hardly feel anything. Why is that important? Because there is no resistance on the vehicle. Normally when you're in a car and you're driving maybe 60 miles an hour and you put your hand out, you'll feel something. Well, in this case, you don't. And the reason that I highlight that is because now there's no resistance on the vehicle and we're going to speed up. At this point, we're going to mere 2,500 miles an hour. And over the next 6.5 minutes, so first stage is 2 minutes, next 6.5 minutes, we go from 2,500 miles an hour to 5,000, 10,000, eventually to 17,000 miles per hour. And at 17,000 miles per hour, we go from being pushed back in your seat to 3.5 times our weight. So we're here on Earth, we're 1G, but as we are blasting off under that acceleration, we experience about 3.5 Gs. And so at 3.5 Gs, it's very hard to breathe, it's very hard to talk to the person next to you, but all of that is over in less than 8.5 minutes. And when 8.5 minutes, you go from all of that force to 0 gravity, just like that. So I want you to imagine something. Imagine if we were able to turn off gravity in this room right now, what would happen? Talking about a real celebration. And as I look out, I notice a number of you looked up. And why did you look up? Because if you didn't have gravity, we could be at that ceiling up there in little to no time. As an astronaut, of course, that's one of the things that we want to do. We're humans too. So once we experience that zero gravity, we want to travel around and experience it. In fact, I remember once we got settled and we opened up the cargo bay of this module, I got on the end of the module, which was about 25 feet long, put my feet up against the end, and I pushed off like Superman and Superwoman flying through the space there, just to have that experience. As an astronaut, we have the opportunity to not only play around in space, but to do serious research up there. And so I was responsible for that. You heard that I was payload commander of my mission. And so we did a lot of experience, or a lot of experiments that allowed us to not only help astronauts stay in space, but also to help us here on Earth. And that's a whole another story in itself. But what I do want to share with you is the view now. Because as an astronaut sitting in the spaceship, looking out the window, looking back at the Earth, has been the most incredible thing that I've experienced. The Earth is incredibly beautiful. You have this blue ball with swirls of white clouds, and behind that's a sea of stars called the Milky Way. And it was a vantage point that allowed me to not only think about the activities and things that I was doing up in space, but its impact here on Earth. It allowed me to start focusing on what's happening around us, what's happening as human beings. Where are we going? What does our future hold? And that's what I want to spend a little time for you now. As an astronaut, and those of us who support astronauts, we have the International Station that's above us right now that has 7 people on board, and they're there 7 days a week, 365 days a year. There's a lot of experiments and a lot of things that are going to come from that. The plan is to go on to the moon and to go on to Mars. All of that requires sort of technical competence that's going to not only help astronauts in space, but help us here on Earth. What's happening on Earth? We have things like social media. There's talk about Google. There's talk about Facebook. All of that's hitting the media. There's talk these days about artificial intelligence, AI. We now have companies that use those technologies to create companies like Uber. We're talking about self-driving cars. And I can go on and on and on, not even mentioning the cell phones and the high-definition televisions and things that we have today. What do all those things have in common? They have technology in common. They have global experience in common, or mindset, I should say, in common. And so if I was to pass on a message to you about that whole experience and that view of where we are here on Earth, and that is, whatever your graduate degree is today, you have to have expertise in math and science. If you don't have expertise in math and science, you will not be in those top-paying jobs. So think about that as you leave here today. The other message from the view I want to deliver to you, I want to take you back to that picture of the Earth and take you back to that picture of the Earth that's set in this setting of the Milky Way galaxy. Did you know within the Milky Way galaxy there are millions, and some people would say billions of stars and objects just in our galaxy alone. And some would say that there are more than 1 to 2 billion galaxies in our universe. And I remember on my spacewalk when I put on that 350-pound spacesuit and walked outside the very first time and looked down at that view that I just described, I realized that I was doing something that very few people were doing, and that is not only being an astronaut, but walking in space. That was a unique thing, a hard thing to do, and why, and how did I have that opportunity? I had that opportunity because I discovered very early in life who I was. And I want to pass this message on to you. Who are you? Have you ever asked that question about yourself? You are an infinite being with infinite possibilities. I want you to think about that. You are an infinite being with infinite possibilities. Now, when I speak to younger groups, to high school groups and elementary groups, I tell them that, and then I follow up with letting them know what that means. And so I'm going to do that with you. And I usually ask them to repeat that after me, but I won't do that because I'm going to get off the stage here so you can get your degree. But let me tell you what it means. It means that each and every one of you in this room was born multi-potential with the ability to do anything that you want to do in life. It means, number two, that you were born multi-talented, meaning that there are talents, unique talents that are yours. Those talents have led you to where you are today with this degree and education that you're getting, commemorating the education that you've got here at HTC. And lastly, it means, and this is something I want you to really take to heart, it means that you were born for a reason. So think about that. And you have to figure out what that reason is. And there is not important that you figure out what that reason is, but that reason will allow you to be able to do the thing that you're going to be successful in. And so if you use my life as an example, because I believe that I'm an infinite being with infinite possibilities and realized my talents and was able to do the hard work as you have done right now to accomplish this first step, this foundation for the rest of your life, you can do anything. So I'm here to remind you, again, who you are. I'm here to remind you that because of this first step that you've taken, that you're powerful, and that you have already proven that by what you have done today. So in that case, the sky is the limit. So you're now at the place, at the platform where you can launch your dreams. And let me encourage you that whatever those dreams are, whatever the skill set and degree that you're getting today, that you use that not only for the good for yourself, but the good for your community. And if you do that in an effective way, we all win. And that's what this is about. So that's my message. Godspeed. God bless you.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. The HCC trustees, administration, and faculty want to thank you for those words of inspiration and guidance. And before you go, I'd like the board chair, Dr. Evan Shabazz, to help me present you with a special gift.
On behalf of the Houston Community College Board of Trustees, I would like to present you with a token of appreciation for delivering the 2018 Houston Community College Commencement Address. Thank you, and you are out of this world.
Thank you, Dr. Harris and Chair Evan Shabazz. Vice Chair of the HCC Board of Trustees, Dr. Preta Vanderbilt Stallworth, who represents District 9, will present the candidates for Houston Community College's honorary degrees for 2018.
Thank you, Chancellor Maldonado. It is the pleasure of the HCC Board of Trustees to recognize two outstanding citizens from the greater Houston area for their dedication and contributions to their communities. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I recommend that the Associate of Arts degrees, honoris causa, and Houston Community College medallions be conferred upon our honorary degree recipients. As I call your name, please rise and be recognized by the Assembly and step forward to receive your honor. Our first honorary degree goes to Anthony Lee Scott. Anthony Lee Scott is a Houston native and lives in the Sunnyside community and has lived there for over 50 years, overcoming the challenges faced in one of the most disparate neighborhoods in the nation. He credits his faith and family for helping him endure difficult circumstances, poor decisions, and limited resources on his way to adulthood. He is by no means a wealthy man, yet he confidently states that he is rich with street smarts. Now a widowed father, he uses the knowledge he has gained through the years to help his 2 grown sons and 1 preteen son as they navigate life's obstacles. In 2002, Anthony formed Black House Cloverhand Records and for a short time managed the rap group. KTRK Channel 13 News anchor Melanie Lawson interviewed the rap group for what resulted in an award-winning story about Houston's slab automobile culture. Anthony serves his community through his Scott's Community Care Organization. This year marks the 10th anniversary of Scott's Community Easter Egg Hunt and the 7th anniversary of Scott's Community Halloween Bash in Cloverland Park. He also works with neighborhood businesses and business owners to take care of his seniors and youth in his neighborhood. He raised more than $700 to help seniors and secured donations and facilitated the giveaway of new bikes, basketballs, and footballs to the neighborhood children at Christmas last year. For 2018, he has set a personal goal to increase his fundraising tenfold. Anthony has a high school diploma, but he has never been able to progress to the higher education options he advocates for the youth that he mentors. He regularly recruits students for the HCC South Campus and for the AFL-CIO apprenticeship program. In everything he does, Anthony Lee Scott is dedicated to improving our Sunnyside neighborhood, helping the elderly seniors, and encouraging youth to pursue a higher education. Anthony Lee Scott, your commitment to Sunnyside and the greater Houston community is commendable, and I recommend that this Associate Arts degree be conferred unto a fierce friendship, unto a man dedicated to his elders, and to a father dedicated to his children and youth in our Sunnyside community. Our next honoree is Harris County Judge Zanetta Burney. Judge Zanetta Burney graduated from Texas Southern University with a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. She is an alumna of Thurgood Marshall School of Law at Texas Southern University. Before being elected Justice of the Peace of Harris County Court Precinct 7, Place 2 in 2004, Judge Burney served as a special judge for various Harris County criminal courts and was a senior partner in the law firm of Burney and Foreman, which specializes in public member and finance and public securities. She is a member of the State Bar of Texas, the National Bar Association, Houston Lawyers Association, and the Houston Bar Association. Judge Burney has been recognized by the City of Houston, Houston Housing Authority, the NAACP, the United Negro College Fund, Thurgood Marshall School of Law, Houston Lawyers Association, Alpha Kappa Alpha, United Cerebral Palsy Association, Riverside General Hospital, YMCA, the Houston Sun, the Houston Defender, the Prestige Woods Women's Legal Society, the Missouri City chapter of Links Incorporated, Channel 13's Women of Distinction, the Houston Black Firefighters Association, and the Texas Legislative Black Caucus. Currently, Judge Burney is a member of the Board of Directors of Third Ward Redevelopment Council. South Main Center Association, South Street Coalition, and Old Spanish Trail Alameda Corridors Redevelopment Authority. She is also a senior fellow of the Gulf Coast chapter of the American Leadership Forum. Judge Burney's past service includes the appointment to the University of Houston System Board of Regents by Governor Ann Richards, as well as positions on the Houston Housing Authority, Mayor Lee P. Brown's Transition Coordinating Committee, the United Way of Texas Gulf Coast, Jesse Jackson Academy, Donald R. Watkins AIDS Foundation, Main Street Market Square Redevelopment Authority, Third Ward Redevelopment Council, South Main Center Association, and Main Street Coalition. Judge Burney is a native Houstonian and has one daughter. Judge Burney, your record of service is commendable, and I recommend that this Associate of Arts degree be conferred upon you. Chancellor Maldonado, on behalf of Houston Community College, I present to you these two candidates for Honorary Associate's Degrees of Art.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Houston Community College, I hereby confer upon you as Honorary Associates of Degrees, along with the rights, the honors, and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
As a point of personal privilege, Judge Zanetta Burney is from my District 4, but she wanted to make sure that I mentioned that she volunteers at the SHAPE Community Center and for the Urban League, and I think that is outstanding. Thank you, Judge Burney.
At this time, Houston Community College recognizes those candidates who have distinguished themselves academically. First, we would like to recognize our early college high school graduates. Would you please stand? These are the students who start in 9th grade, blending high school and college work to earn an associate degree by the time they graduate high school. Please be seated. Now we would like to recognize the member of the HCC Honors College and all Honor Society members. Will you please stand? Thank you. Congratulations to y'all. Please be seated. Now, for the moment you have all been waiting for, the presentation of our candidates for graduation. Candidates, after each name is announced, please proceed across the stage to receive your diploma and then return to the seating area. Immediately following the recognition of our student, the program will continue. Please remain in your seats as the program will conclude with the official conferment of the degrees. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Norma Perez, HCC Interim Vice Chancellor of Instructional Services, Chief Academic Officer. Graduates, this is an important day for each of you, and we ask that you remain in your seats until the end of the ceremony. Any departure will diminish the moment for you and your classmates. Please remember, family and friends can take photographs of the graduates following the ceremony. We ask that the audience holds its applause until all of the graduates have been awarded their diplomas. Houston Community College candidates for graduation, please come forward.
Yulisa Gutierrez. Glory Tommy John.
Latasha Francis.
Leonardo Polanco Valdez.
Babe Hansborough
Kendra
Jr.
Bates.
Khan Nguyen.
Consuela Marie Reed. Catherine Ann Miles Jackson. Krishanda Atkins. Faith Lewis. Patricia Overstreet Taylor. Daquita Briscoe. Roshonda Renee Thomas. Somol Mariam Sunny. Araceli Gonzalez. Rodney Willis. Brandon Keith Singleton. Amanda Cisco. Jacqueline Monique Ramirez.
Emmanuel Yakini.
Robert Serna Jr.
Cherie James Johnson.
Danielle Jalloway. Desiree Jalloway. Baraka K. McCann. Ashley Marie Martinez. Rashmi Vasist. Barbara A. Yelton. Eliza Becerra. Laura M. Carter. Kayla Latrice Robinson. Lena F. Pete. Mary M. Jarboe.
Anthony Dominguez.
Annie Mae Sanders. Tringo Son. Blanca Soto. Molly Voltz. Detrick Javon Austin Cooper.
Yasmin Robles.
Karen Garzon. Shanita Shepard. Bianca Renee Coleman. Shanae N. Adams Carlton. Lindsay Ray Hudson.
Eric Arias.
Juan Reyes. Thong Nguyen. Son Tran. Latricia Renee Kelly.
Mark Bayati. Kesa Webster.
Cleopatra Erica Webb.
Eileen Martinez.
Maria Carmela San Jose. Angelica Russell.
Jessica Figaro.
Lilia Garcia. Samantha Aurora Ortega. Demetria Sanchez. Tangi French. Jessica Wongudi. Shinila Chipangu. Glody Ilunga. Karen Bombito. Shaddai Bombito.
Toby Olasode.
Ali Yar Khan. Kelly Rivera, Connie Martinez, Jasmine Holmes, Kiana Warren, Matthew Boykin, Unique Baker,
Bianca Faulkner,
Thi Din, Maria Grace Najemba, Tanya Nickerson,
Masul Chaudhry,
Merori Montes, Ernesto Rodriguez, Haiti Lozano, Davion Banks, Juana Carreno, Melanie Arredondo, Jenny Barcenas, Floisha Britton, Don Shay King, Ingridetta Thompson, Nellie Ramos, Lawrence Shelby Jordan, Montserrat Duran, Juani Mesa, Mercy Ndidi Wakolo, Clarissa Martinez, Nisi Frutos Ramos, Jasmine Avila,
Sephora Kudede,
Rudy Dijingu, Abba Yakub,
Omar Uwadia,
Maurice Hawkins, Jocelyn Valencia, Jasmine Trevino, Ariana Matu,
Guadalupe Mendez,
Luis Ayala,
Edgar Cruz,
Jasmine Linares, Samantha Marie Tamez, Zenaida Martinez, Kaval Ali, Manju Nair, May Kwikoi, Sandy Kahai, Marcella Campbell Olmos, Ashley Carreno Reyna, Linda Cruz, Natalie Rosa, Liliana Elizabeth Olmas, David Beltran, John Wynn,
Joe Guerrero, Fernando Canchola,
Jose Collin, Pedro Del Villar, Juan Ricardo Cias, Anthony Esparza,
Gerardo Castro,
Jonathan Tovar, Jose Aguillon, Alejandro Hasso, Danielle M. Honeycutt, Angela L. Hall, Darnett M. James, Carolina Velasquez, Albert Beltran, Jareth Joel Hernandez, Gonzalo Melendez, Carlos Alvarado, Cindy Mendoza, Cassandra Ortega, Jacqueline Nava, Damilola Odalade, Juan Win, Shukurala Salih, Kayla Shanice Monique Calais, Carla Ninoska Matude, Melissa Joanna Salazar,
Luis Barajas,
Kevin Mejia, Jaquisha C. Robbins, Salvador Zalazar, Deiza Rodriguez, Jocelyn Melissa Cruz Hernandez,
Giovanna Amezcua,
Tyranka Blunt, Koya Geralds, Ismael Garcia,
Lizette Arroyo,
Rachel Annette Handy, Jasmine Johnson, Kim Doe, Marisol Fernandez, Emily Rose Duran, Jacqueline Rendon, Cindy Kerbo, Jasmine Garza, Sarahai Barcenas, Felipe Rodolfo Bautista Cruz, Karina Barbosa, Carla Martinez, Jacqueline Rosales, Jose Sanchez,
Angel Ramirez,
Julio Sanchez, Francisco Jamie, Daisy Salinas, Efren Osvaldo Lopez, Federico Usquite, Annie Rubio, Guadalupe Rosales, Jacqueline Peña, Felicia Huerta, Edwin Nahera,
Eduardo Rodriguez,
Jeremy Mavioga Sugbasi, Presilia Dudu, Mallory Marie Haynes, Hagen Kasujian Chakosky, Dalia Hatam de Qatar, Shuang Shuang Ma, Gopi J. Rama, Christian Razo, John A. Villarreal, Abel Diaz, Brian Ceballos, Monica Resendez, Sarah Montero, Erica Ailman, Melanie Maldonado, Abigail Renteria, Alicia Martinez, Kendra C. Johnson, Paulino Tovar, John Neva, Eduardo Zuniga, Melissa Christine Palacios Gonzalez, Shaquita Shelvin, Amber Ayala, Mia Ramirez, Angie Garcia, Beatriz Alfaro, Lisbeth Ramirez, Diana Hernandez, Myra Ann Martinez, Miriam Robles, Arzu Danani, Inara Villani, Latasha Airy, John Paul Rodriguez, Norris Tony, Ali Bashir Shawkat, Roberto Sosa,
Charles Bersola,
Gloria Green,
Samaria Jimenez,
Frank Orozco,
Herson Lazo,
Eric Campos, Emily Garcia, Patrick Estuardo Mejia,
Haley Gomez,
Eric Diaz, Aluwakemi Mary Alonge, Stella Conga,
Brianna Arsenault, Natalia Garza,
Patrick Martin, Calicia Davis, Trevor Bailey, Didi M. Prince Shwakata, Ayazan Jodaskalieva, Huang Le, Sheriff Olawale Sabitu, Michelle Ashley Dominique Duval, Quinchelle Lacour, Alice Africano, Veronica Vera, Jamarcus Jacobs, Deependra Basnet, Karima Lalani, Luisana Padron, Brian Rodriguez, Hung Wen, Donna Walter, Anilu Herrera, Jada Martinez, Dejanelle Mullen, Taylor Wells, Lakeisha Davis Jones, Adara Antoinette Hyder, Osvaldo Castro, Shori Senegal,
Susan Collins Hernandez, Courtney Curley,
Melissa Ramirez, Tahei Tsegay, Nicole Sayas Bradford, Busere Betel Famaluyi, Anthony Morales, Lisbeth Amador, Ethel Geraldine Hearn Francois,
Carolyn Sarpi, Jeremy Robles,
Fernanda Lima, Wow Buaimi, Ana Zoli Concepcion Baeme, Nicole Franchelle Taylor, Tabithan Carolyn Carrizales,
Jocelyn Salazar,
Irma Y. Garcia, Tracy Sylvia Coria, Olivia Thomas Lindsay, Ernesia L. Kennan, Melissa Shedo, Leslie Salazar, Zakitra Newman, Rofiat Alawanmi Abarejo, Julia Grace Burkhead,
Kyle James,
Betty Rucker, Ophelia Indra Sephora Messon, Aminata Konate, Leon Chambers II, Ruben Alonso Cortez, Brittany S. Bradshaw, Joshua Osorio, David Cifuentes,
Abraham Uar,
Juan Acosta,
Regina Buba,
Maria Herrera, Vanessa Garcia Leon, Michael Charles Span,
Ambrosio Cantero, Homero Lozano, Ronald Wiltz,
April Gallian, Rico Thomas Gill, Cynthia Itzel Quevedo, Alfreda Hawkins, Deandronique Givens, Cheryl A. Small, Mirna Balandran Viesca,
Faye Marie Lowe,
Roxanne Robinson, LaDonna Johnson, Marco Ramirez,
Erica Keeler,
Gerardo Himes,
Goodness Antia,
Arantunji Oleyemi, Tuti Cam Win, Francisco Javier Martinez,
Jose Anguisomo,
Concepcion Mecheva Rodriguez,
Andy Velasquez,
Brenda Lucero Luna, Madeline Elise Chavez, Arnold Stephen Melendez, Selena Arisbeth Rodriguez, Kenesha Shanette Christopher Dupre,
Otis Adams,
Joseph McMullen, Amy Ariella Pazina, Adam Charles Smith,
Constance Herrera,
Meron Ashame, Kisa Boone, Eduardo Martinez, Rome Alfaro,
Rome Alfaro,
Marisa Paredo, Edison Felix Emedoro, Jacqueline Ornelas,
Fatimat Ajiboye,
Karen Brinkley, Misty Laverne, Robin Kuntz, Uyen Wen, Jody Ann Grimes, Bobby Matthew, Brandy Yvonne Smith,
Oladipupo Akintoye,
Javier Aguilar,
Arturo Santa Cruz Torres,
Clarence Harold Love Jr., Abigail Valencia, Elizabeth Cummings, Brianna Mackey,
Melinda Tanus,
Juan Rodriguez, Elia Perez Rodriguez, Khadija Altani, Miriam Haddad, Akshita Shah, Emily Weber, Patricia Trachtenberg, Gloria Varela,
Maria Granados, Sade Jones, Ahmed Najim,
Emily Lisa Davis, Norberto Reynaldo Pineda,
Alondra Aguila,
Alexis Borja, Ana Nava Cardoso, Henry Chavez, John Wynn, Arnold Isaac Herrera, Tram Dang, Valeria Michelle Escamilla, Jennifer Titan Boy, Daniel Martinez, Vital Lee Wynn, Tanya Zenaida Benitez, Christina Wynn, Cindy Deep, Tiffany Trukmai,
Erika Pushinsky, Harry Martinez,
Jacoby Aguilar,
Tamor Beg, Hamza Beg,
Abdul Razik Memon, Isaac Miller, Ezaniah Emmanuel Onwukwe, Karen Iraeta, Simona Ahmed, Michaela Powell, Diana Rodriguez, Ashley Ramos, Samantha Martinez, Julisbeth Gonzalez Pineda, Henry Romero, Jacoby Aguilar, Ilya Peters,
Victor Williams,
Valentina Garcia, Raya Ali Hossein, Jocelyn Denise Campos, Clinton Tai, Carlos Blanco Ventura, Janet Gonzalez, Andrea Cruz Flores, Christopher Portillo,
Miriam Alfatosi,
Yvette Garcia, Rebecca Edith Lopez, Jacqueline Berenice Perez, Michelle Soriano, Bianca Amarani Diaz, Dalia Garduno, Rosa Hernandez, Roy Salazar, Talia del Carmen Milan Lafida, Aizu Hilary Garcia,
Travis Tuller,
April Ngo, Jing Hu, Thomas Lei, Akul Batra, Daniel Wen, Dhruvi Mehta, Jocelyn Lopez, Jasmine Vega, Stephanie Xiomara Ramos Medrano, Jose Fernando Ochoa,
Karim Hamadi,
Dali Abdullahi, Mirka Angel,
Talisha Daggs,
Elijah Barnes, Patricia Thomas, Andrina Ojeda Prito, Fang Win, Jesus Hipolito Rodriguez, Tiara Simone Joyce Walker, Kenya Nichols Baker, Sharanika Jackson, Danielle McCrae, Elizabeth Vidale Santana, Shaniqua Marie Minor, Paula Alfredo, Anthony Lee Reyes, Emmanuel Guerrero, Carlos Peña, Shakita Golden, Miguel Razo, Nicolas Nunez Corona, Emily Del Villar, Jose Armando Perez Jr., Ashley Christina Torres, Estela Ramirez, Osman Ramirez, Mady Elizabeth Ann Welch, Trinity Payton, Haley Rosetta Young, Carl Simon Jagueda, Olivia Romero,
Delaney Gates,
Copper Brown,
Jeanette Elizondo,
Johanna Elizabeth Ronquillo, Warren Wyfig Jr., Alex Huen, Primavera Ramirez, Celine Wen, Raymond Muro, Valerie Deris Rodriguez, Jennifer Valdez, Janet Juarez,
Nelson Reyes, Cameron Molo,
Dominique A.J. Edmonds, Roxana Kyoto, Jonathan Merchant, Alawasagan Alatunji, Juan Carlos Obiang Ndong, Eugenia Karachkina,
Amarie Joyner,
Mike Osiemo Gichana, Deshandra Bennett Osborne, Tiffany Rena Fisher, Mark Hernandez, Stephanie Quintanilla, Martha Manriquez, Noelia Jimenez, Belkis Moreno, Julio Cifuentes, Maria Mendoza, Diana Sanchez, Paloma Escalon,
Shakina Limscomb,
Keisha Nash, Ashley Williams, Natalie Garcia, Whitney Willis Collins, Daisy Islas, Raquel Janine Putman, Sharice Mason, Sabuhi Reza Zeddy, Catherine Reyes, Janet Sierra, Andrea Michelle Vasquez, Ethan Jenkins, Larry Allen Jr., Julissa Jeanette Velasquez, Tri Pham, Trang Diep, Queen Pham, Jacqueline Alvarado Garcia, Leslie Saldana, Maria de Jesus Martinez, Judith Mandujano, Jacqueline Delgado, Shayla Dominguez, Marilyn Lopez, Daniela Mosqueda, Brenda Garcia, Gertrudes Pedro Duda, Gabriela Diaz, Erica Marie Mejia, Courtney Four, Ashley Diane Johnson, Helena Scarlett Manrique de Lara,
Janice Smith,
Philip Nmambu, Zayed Beg, Kosar Maknujia, Isiris Escobedo, Magdi Alamin, Talia Gasset, DeAndre Denley,
Mary L. Crabb,
Brianna Alcala, Pyo Pyo Wei Lang, Se Lu Hua, Tanya Maria Massey,
Danielle Little,
Andrea Nego,
Leslie Valdez,
Javon LaFleur,
Cassandra Madison,
Michael Anthony Bravo,
Joao Maciala, Valdilson Clemente,
Miralda Kunga, Eric Banafti Suiseca, Dimas Vitello,
Sade Evans,
Najala Morris, Gabriela Murillo, Alexandra Malati, Lakeland Benton, Michael Tomdio, Lucas Winter, Ajax Alarcon, Sofia Carretero Morillo, Dejan Kirby, Karen Henriquez, Larry Conrad Gutierrez,
Eric Jean,
Bianca Trevino Hernandez, Latoya Duckworth White,
Jada Blackmon,
Leland Pham, Jimmy Tran, Qua Tran,
Carmelo Campos Confradia, Nathaniel Onyelwele,
Christopher Henson, Rassem Alhaj, Franklin Nicholas Fitzgerald, Miriam Murphy, Tiffany Marks, Natalie Hosseini, Daisy Hong, Ariel Jovi, Madison Rice, Victoria Wojcinska, Caitlin Kim Huang, Carlos Alberto Hernandez, Sydney Neal, Lillian Lowe,
Andre Rosmaladi,
Sarah Abdallah, Danielle Wynn, Christopher Guerrero, Francisco Bernal,
Natalie Menjivar, Caitlin Trejo, Jasmine Bogani, Diana Arriaga, Rahim Bodwani,
Alexandra Dooley, Kirsten Oliver, Giselle Tolbert, Shelby Charisse Campbell,
Basilio Miguel
Wang Wen,
Mije,
Sifa Bianca Opat, Christine Iwajunwa, Lacey Donier Simone Singleton, Muhammad Adeyemi, Caitlin Atkinson, Camille Nolan, Denisha Nicole Brown, Brianna Adkins, Joshua Joe Caleb Jr.,
Shakia Haif,
Saumya Kura Pillai, Janie Azari,
Jimmy Wen,
Wendy Torres, Daniela Gomez Tovar, Lamrod Ashanaki, Trenton Moser, David Landrum, Isa Gonzalez, Anna Gott, Maria Gutierrez,
Dayanta Simeon,
Raymond Mitchell Keller,
Gavras Marshall,
Telenisha Green, Kaylin Powell, Tiara Trevino, Glenda Monterosa, Joanna Ortiz, Nayeli Martinez,
Ingrid Braid,
Denise Cortez, Chantrell Gales, Jordan Owens, Kevin Bush, Justin Longobardi, Noami Kalatayu, Sadisha Lawson, Nato Josephine Diallo, Dijenabu Fofana, Asmael W. Kindo, Tamara Landry, Nikki McDaniel,
Israel Bujano,
Luis Aguilar, Jenny Alfaro, Raja Yusra Meebrook, Ebenezer Samare, Christian Hector Alvarez, Claudia Alicia Munoz, Nelson M. Green, Miranda Gonzalez,
Coavo,
Megan Villarreal, Ivana Marie Segovia, Chris Velasquez, Abigail Donna Gonzalez, Elena Yvonne Palafox, Stephanie Cortez, Felicia Irvin Hawkins, Julie Rico, Maria Gloria Raquel Obono Ondo, Rosalind Elizabeth Horton, Laquel Beatty, Gonzalo Flores Geraldo, Fernando Flores, Angelica Flores Cruz,
Rebecca Beltran,
Josu Gonzalez, Tiffany Delaney, Priscilla Abigail Velasco, Ashley Rodriguez,
Sandy Zambrano,
Thomas Gillian, Ariel Teo, Eduardo Velez, Pedro Martinez, Edward Torres, Julian Ortiz, Arturo Varela, Gin Huang, Anel Barros, Conrad T. Levy, Delance Brown, Rafaela Paracillo, Crystal Brooks, Viet Din, Roberto Sainz, Brittany Walker, Honoriode Abu, Dong Boy, Chuyan Lam,
Ruby Wee, Wesley Maguire,
Byron Steele, Indira Nicole Marquez Robles, Oscar Garcia,
Michael Valeri, Diana Ramos,
Jasmine Plater, Monica Caballero, Frank Jr. Lopez Molina, Dana Michelle Sotomayor Rodriguez, Yesetli Manriquez, Sumin Kim, Araceli Padilla, Adora Smith,
Jaime Torres,
Lorena Jeanette Hinojosa, Lok Win, Joelise Yamayet Acevedo Santiago,
Angelica Aleja, Alexandria Mireles, Jubril Sanyalu, Whitney Howard,
Portia Ford, Rosemary Duque, Ariana Soror Adampour,
Ayat Aslam, Dr. Peña Malika,
Keandra Batiste,
Sherry Harrison,
Karina Anguiano, Ruth Lopez, Juana Mariela Pineda, Anna Virginia Galvan, Fatou Jojo Mari, Alexia Darjean, Marisol Espinosa, Idalia Arevalo, Keith Mack, Jesus Gerardo Nino Sr., Daniel Wells, Kiri Maldonado, Jasmine Jones, Sandy Lachey Ray,
Jennifer Gutierrez,
Mohammed Shahada, Marisol Perez, Kimberlyn Perez Negron, Pablo Cantu Jr., Juan Manuel Hernandez,
Alexis Scott,
Alfonso McCarter, Tiara Davison, Luz Serrano, Alondra Jasmin Banda Camacho, Danovan Gonzalez, Zuhaira Garza, Devin Darrell Cooper, Nancy Bartolo, Daisy Alvarez Hernandez, Wendy Ojeda, Dylan Marquise Alexander, Roneth Vargas Figallo, Maria Candarin, Guillermo Riera, Michelle Chayeb Anton, Destiny Charday Keaton, Jason Evans, Nene Taylor, Tiana Clark, Akila Chandler, Omar Gill,
Daniel Kawaja,
Safa Qureshi, Javeria Saud, Amber Danae Lewis,
Marisol Oropeza,
Ellen McCown, Michaelia Thornton, Leona Denise Wendrell Cooper, Jada Renee McElroy,
Valeria Garcia,
Angeline Garcia,
Michael Hueys,
Miriam Konkolongo Muswamba, Rhea Simone Walls, Rahila Rayani, Salina Sundrani, Raj Narani, Morgan Elizabeth Jackson, Jordan Rachel Jackson, Lamontane Johnson, Dimashay Spencer, Tylexia Dupre, Jose Rodolfo Munoz, Christopher Garola, Efrain Luis Hernandez, Brenda Jimenez,
Diana Vallejo,
Jose Manuel Resendez Jr., Raquel Martinez, Jennifer Vaca, Esmeralda de Leon, Jasmine Renee Cortinas, Ramon Antonio Tercios, Karina Reyes, Hector Zambrano, Deyanira Ceja, Shakidra Hawkins, Jasmine Weber, Jerry Musoka, Step Bisimwa,
Serena McNeil, Sierra Adams,
Arely Serna, Arely Rodriguez, Bianca Garcia,
Alejandra Villarreal,
Samantha Rodriguez,
Stephanie Cabrera, Sabrina Quezada,
Anjali Savredra,
Alyssa Beltran,
Aisha Antonio Hayes, Corinne Cuellar,
Zoe Inaos,
Zohair Mirza,
Eosius Getane,
Luz Adriana Nava, Mildred Yahaira Castellanos, Kimberly Baltazar, Jaide Estefania Payares Minguela, Kelly Chen, Han Tran, Zishan Ali, Adrian Ramirez, Damian Fu Hai Ko, Yang Tong An Zan, Caitlin Ta, Mahe Dereje, Fiza Khan, Guadalupe Ramirez, David Yuang, Derek D. Arkadai, Kelly Gijon, Tran Nguyen, Li An Tran, Elizabeth Gozali, Mariana Cruz, Perla Alvarado, Nancy Cabrera, Jasmine Cantu, Toby Onaheko, Chamaka Alexis Ofor, Tien Le, Jennifer Gonzalez, Yu Ying Wang, Omar Buenteo, Tuan Fong Pham, Lisbeth Jacqueline Orozco,
Nick Silva,
Danielle Hamid, Castarel Keith Webb Jr., Adriana Carolina Chacon Tineo, Sarah Elizabeth Stockman, Hafsa Arshad,
Adelaida Zyla, Salinas Batista,
Charles Ikachaku Kanu, Joya Batiste, Hoi Wen, Ramona Daniels, Reginald Allen Green,
Bridget Warren,
Kristen Bergman, John M. Garcia,
Karina Zurita, Kitty Dupas, Kanisha Brown,
Chad Michael Jones, Catherine Sequeira, Mario Hernandez, Angel Chagoya,
Keith Bryant Jr.,
Rodrigo Garcia, Elizabeth Waddick, Rachel Denny, Suhey Cardenas, Akeisha Davis,
Leonardo Avila,
Eric Ventura, Ulysses Bravo, Jackson Cloyd, Nikki Zach Brigitte, Happiness Shamiri Mana, Elizabeth Ramirez, Jasmine Sierra, Lirio Tercios, Desiree Bouye, Crystal Munoz, Elizabeth Martinez,
Miracle Bui, Adea Grant,
Natania Carmona, Sergio Morales, Gustavo Gil, Eric Rubio, Cesar Mendoza, Ifani Ezeneque,
Yomi Mexicano,
Giovanni Escalante, Brittany Johnson, Petronila Tumax, Etsegenet Tarega, Jennifer Udoka Uchegbu, Shue Song Zhang, Mayara Gato Pozo, Alan Howard Jr., Vivi Vung, An Vu, Christine De Leon, Brittany Nicole Montgomery, Maggie Stubler, Tyvis Hall, Isabella Acuna, Jean Sergio Leroy, Nicholas Dillon, Selam Abraha, Eliza Hernandez, Aaron Plateros, Patricia Lacey Henry,
Anikan Edem,
Jordan Elise Turner, Gregory Gabriel, Kayla Sidney, Catherine Wen, Claudia Charles, Giovanna Knight, Alexis Bonwell, Kaylin Hayes, Cameron Thompson, Michaela Elise Willis, Jada Malveaux, Amari Boyd Harris,
Javian Bennett,
Charlotte Stubbins, Nikisha Rochelle Thompson, Kenzo Julian, Mazin Awad, Jaya Sky Thomas, Andrew Felder, Mario Hayden, Pablo Herrera, Mahmoud Hamo, Amy Marie DePatty, Nicole Danielle LeBlanc,
Vanessa Ramirez,
Sarah Williams,
Ollie Brooks,
Derek Andrew Cowens, Anna Romero,
Diana Foote,
Shantisa Terrell, Andrea Harper Eason, Heidi Aguinaga,
Estefani Garcia,
Jennifer Vivar, Ethan Fowler, Danielle Martinez, Alan Rivas, Clara Guadalupe Enriquez, Cynthia Montiel Castillo, Shamaria Denise Dalton, Selena Valdez, Rodolfo Lopez, Leonardo Sosa Marquez,
Idalia Aponte,
Luis Arecoyecha Musi, Julian D. Clare, Brandon B. Ham, Keontae Phelps Woods, Alexa Arthurly,
Jesus Garay,
Kurt Boudreau, Justin Alexander, Carla Laje da Silva, Yancy Stephanie Aguilera, Elias Delgado, Raw Majok Riak,
Joshua Fox Monroe,
Lucio Fuentes, Gilbert Ramos Jr.,
Romario Alvarez,
Victoria Cruz, Valerie Cruz, Sonia Merrick, Armando Gracia, Daisy Tobias, Lucia Caballero, Janeth Rivera, Vicky Lynn Bryant, Lily Jones, Deirdre Gibson, Khalida Drake, Gilbert Fernandez, Firuza Karim Bahmani, Sharmila Singh, Dennis Anharris, Valerie Diaz, Jessica Ruby Hernandez, Jacqueline Hernandez, Melissa Mendoza, Daniel Lopez, Soraya Gomez, Jennifer Gutierrez, Arlette Esmeralda Narvaez, Juan Jose Manzano, Emily Vasquez, Samantha Trevino, Robert Soto, Ulysses Alvarez Martinez, Lisbeth Sigaran, Hugo Reyes, Carla Elias, Glafira Nicole Elizondo, Monica Sanchez, Matthew Pena, Corina Monsivais, Jasmine Bazan, Vanessa Palomares, Stephanie Enriquez, Francisca Compian, Noelia Vences,
Brittany Scott,
Yesenia G. Godinez Gonzalez, Pratap Sinkara, Alex Wynn,
Anahi Reina,
Crystal Sanchez, Elizabeth Trujillo, Wendy A. Clement, Juana Martinez, Fanny Alvarenga, Giselle Reyes, Ruth Arellano, Karina Barragan, Dulce Paez, Isabel Lazoya, Ivaristo Mendez, Christian Jimenez, John Alvarez, Alex Guillermo Miranda, Jesus Alfredo Nunez, Carla Sofia Jimenez,
Jorge Ramos,
Sergio Robledo, Cantella Zundi,
Rafael Lozano, Esther Temple,
Gusanibi Catherine Maria Sura, Kobe Abdel Latif Tioro, Kodonuhai Farida Diane Sarima,
Aisha Diallo,
Sor Wendy Brandon Cabre, Rosie Rodriguez, Joseph D. Farley, Jada Miranda Walker, Jennifer Gomez, Tessie Opia, Layla Buzar, Kan Trang Pham, Shelby Andrus, Melchizedek Modakio, Michael Ostrovsky, Nyat Quang Tran, Duan Vu, Phi Win, Misha Yvette Figs, Ursulanda Davis, Duck Min Ho, Lionel Kamsu Nana,
Congratulations, graduates. All of us at HCC, your faculty, counselors, advisors, college staff, the administration, and the Board of Trustees are proud of you. Today, we honor you. Trustees, I now present the candidates for the Associate of Arts, the Associate of Science, the Associate of Arts in Teaching degree, and the Associate of Applied Science, and all other certificates. Candidates, please rise. Thank you. Houston Community College Board of Trustees, honored guests, family and friends, on behalf of the faculty of Houston Community College, I present to you these candidates for an associate degrees and certificates. I certify that those candidates who have completed all of their academic requirements are entitled to receive their respective degrees.
Students, by the power vested in me from the Board of Trustees of Houston Community College, I hereby confer upon each of you the Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, Associate of Arts in Teaching degrees, and Associates of Applied Science, and all other certificates, respectively, along with all of the rights, honors, and privileges pertaining thereto. We now publicly signify your transition from being a candidate to becoming a graduate by moving your tassel from the right side to the left side of your cap. Congratulations to the Houston Community College class of 2018. Thank you. Please be seated.
I want to thank Dr. Maldonado, Chair Evan Shabazz, and the entire Houston Community College Board of Trustees, the HCC faculty, staff, and administration. Congratulations, graduates. I wish you the best of luck as you move on to your future goals. The members of the audience are asked to please remain seated until the platform party and all of the graduates have exited the arena. This concludes the 2018 Houston Community College commencement ceremony.
History